The Cosmic Motion Picture by Paramahansa Yogananda from the Divine Romance. There is another angle about duality, or good and evil, that I want to explain to you. If a movie producer made motion pictures only of angels and showed them in the film houses morning, noon, and night every day, he would soon have to close up his business. He has to produce variety in order to attract people's attention. The bad man makes the hero look so much better. And we like plots that are filled with action. We don't mind looking at exciting movies about danger and disaster because we know they are only pictures. I remember one time when I was taken to see a movie in which the hero died. It was such a tragedy. So I stayed and watched the next showing of the picture until I saw the hero alive again, and then I left the theater. If you could see what is going on behind the screens of this life, you wouldn't suffer at all. It is a cosmic motion picture show. This movie that God is projecting on the screen of this earth has no value to me. I look at the beam of God's light, which is projecting these scenes on the screen of life. I see the pictures of the whole universe coming from this beam. Another time, I was sitting in a movie house watching an exciting drama on the screen, and then I looked into the projection booth. I saw that the projectionist was not interested in the picture because he had seen it over and over again. Instead, he was reading a book. The projection machine was doing its job. There was the sound, and the beam of light was casting the realistic pictures on the screen. And there was the audience, caught up in the drama. I thought, Lord, you are like this man sitting here in the booth, absorbed in your own nature of bliss and love and wisdom. Your machine of cosmic law is throwing on the screen of the universe the scenes of jealousy, of love, of hatred, of wisdom. But you remain uninvolved in your plays. From age to age, from civilization to civilization, the same old pictures are shown over and over again, only with different characters playing the parts. I think God gets a little bored with it all. He's tired of it. It is a wonder that he doesn't just pull the plug and stop the show. When I took my gaze from the beam of light that was casting the scenes of action on the screen, I looked at the audience in the motion picture house, and I saw that they were going through all the emotions of the actors in the movie. They were suffering with the hero and reacting to the evil of the villain. To the audience, it was a tragic experience. To the operator in the projection booth, it was only a picture. And so it is with God. He has created pictures of light and shadows, the hero and the villain, good and evil, and we are the audience and the actors. It is only because we are too much identified with the play that we are in trouble. Without shadows as well as light, there could be no picture. Evil is the shadow that converts the one beam of God's light into pictures or forms. Therefore, evil is the shadow of God that makes this play possible. The dark shadows of evil are interspersed with the pure white beam of the virtues of God. He wants you not to take these pictures so seriously. The director of a movie sees the murders and the suffering and the comedy and the drama as means to create interest for the audience. He stands apart from the play and directs it and observes it. God wants us to behave with detachment, realizing we are only actors or observers in his cosmic show. Though God has everything, we can still say that he has some desire. He wants to see who will remain unintimidated by this picture and who will play his part well and come back to him. You can't run away from this universe, but if you act in this play with your thought fixed on God, you will be free. I often say to him, Lord, this is a motion picture to you, but it is terrible to us. And the Lord replies, I make you realize it is a dream every night when you go to sleep. Why don't you remember this in the daytime? One day, as I was entering my room, I saw my body lying on the bed, dead. And the Lord said to me, How do you like that? For a moment I was shaken. Then I replied, My Lord, it is all right, for I am aware of you. I am talking to you. And I felt completely all right about it. For him who realizes God, there is no evil. The way to supreme happiness will not be found by the scientists nor by material-minded people, but by those who follow the masters who say, "Go back to the booth of the infinite from which you can see the projection of all these cosmic motion pictures. Then you won't be troubled about God's creation, God's play." My only interest in people is to help them, and as long as my breath shall flow in these lungs, so long shall I try to help others and tell them to get away from this motion picture of delusion. Because you are a part of it now, you suffer. You must stand aside and watch it, and then you cannot suffer. When you are an observer, then you can enjoy this play. This is what you must learn. To God, this is only a movie, and when you turn to Him, it will also be a picture show to you. I will tell you a little story. A king fell asleep and dreamed that he was poor. He was crying out in his sleep for just a penny for some food. Finally, the queen woke him and said, "What is the matter with you? Your treasury is full of gold, and yet you are crying for a penny." Then the king said, "Oh, how silly of me. I thought I was a beggar and was starving for lack of that penny." Such is the delusion of every soul who is dreaming he is immortal, subject to the nightmarish evils of all kinds of disease, suffering, troubles, and heartbreaks. The only way to escape this nightmare is by becoming more attached to God and less attached to the dream images of this world. It is because you have put your attention on the wrong things that you suffer. If you give your heart to man, or drink, or greed, or drugs, you will suffer. Your heart will be broken. You must place your heart with God. The more you seek peace in Him, the more that peace will devour your worries and sufferings. You suffer because you have allowed yourself to become so susceptible to the evils of this world. You must learn to be spiritually tough, spiritually strong. Do all the things you have to do, and enjoy what you do, but inwardly say, "Lord, I am thy child, made in thine image. I don't want anything but you." The devotee who follows this principle and who attains this realization will find that for him there is no evil in this world.